Hey y'all, it's me, Angela Cook with Southern and Spicy, and today is my first cooking show. And I am here at Higher Ground with my friend Stacy Ainsworth.
Hi.
She's from Mississippi, and he is the
wilderness
preacher's here too. Come on over, Dan.
Dan Ainsworth.
This is
This
is Dan. And they are letting me use their kitchen today because my kitchen's all packed up and in Texas. And so Stacy,
kind of hard to cook in that place.
Stacy and Dan. So what are we cooking today? What did crawfish?
I requested crawfish etouffee.
Crawfish etouffee.
Dan requested her collards.
Well, we got collard greens too, but we won't show you how to make that today because I already have it made. But today we're going to show you how to do crawfish etouffee. It is so easy. And Dan, have you ever had crawfish?
Yes.
Do you just eat the tails?
Most of the time, yes.
But do you suck the heads?
I have, yes. Yes.
I don't suck the heads.
Not at all.
So here we go. We're in Stacy's beautiful kitchen in her mountain cabin. And if we have time, thank you, Mr. Wilderness Man. If we have time, we will give you a little tour of her house. So what we're doing today is we are starting with our crawfish etouffee. We have a bell pepper chopped with her little chopper that needed some help.
Apparently, you need like a whole food processor to cook. Who knew?
It works faster. A red bell pepper, celery, onion, lots of garlic. I love lots of garlic. Green onion, and we'll put that in at the end. A chopped tomato. We need parsley and probably about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. You're going to need 4 cups of chicken broth and a cup of flour as well. So come on over here to the stove. We've got the stick of butter is already melting. We've got the stick of butter already melting. And we are going to go ahead and make our white roux. That's what you call it for crawfish etouffee. So I'm going to go ahead, and Stacy, you can help me. We're going to go ahead and saute these veggies. She's putting in the
This is the
celery. And put in the bell pepper, the green bell pepper.
I'm going to be a cook.
And the red. By the way, she has this fabulous kitchen, and she does not cook. Like, I had to call her and say, do you have sugar? Do you have flour? Do you have a chopper? Do you have measuring cups and things like that? Because I was really worried.
I take it we stir, right?
Stir and add some garlic.
Okay.
You got that heat on
I turned
medium?
it down a little bit, but I'll turn it back up.
Yeah, turn it back up. And then onion. Put that in there. I'm going to let her do this because she needs to learn how to cook.
So far, I'm good at dumping things. I can do that well.
So, do you have it like on a high or medium high? Put it on a medium high because we want that to saute quickly.
Okay.
And she's got this great gas stove. So stir all that up. That was a stick of butter in there. And we're going to saute our veggies for about 5 minutes.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, when you cook Cajun food don't smell like other food. You can tell when you walk into the kitchen, the smell is a lot different. Saute that a little bit. And then we're going to add.
What makes this smell different?
It's the peppers. Yeah, especially the red pepper. So go ahead and stir. We're going to make our white roux, and you're probably going to need to turn it down to medium so it doesn't scald. You don't want to scald the pot because then you're going to have burnt crawfish etouffee. By the way, etouffee means it means like a stew. That's what Cajun or Creole cuisine you use, and we make a stew, and it's using a roux with all these veggies. And she's stirring that. And we're going to also put in 2 bay leaves. 2 bay leaves. And a tomato chopped up. I like to use Roma tomatoes. So we're going to keep stirring, keep stirring. Don't stop stirring because it'll start
Goodness, this is a
burning.
lot of work.
Yeah. And I like to use fresh crawfish tails, but I'm in Colorado right now, and it's hard to find fresh crawfish tails. So if I were even down south and I couldn't find fresh crawfish tails, I would order Boudreaux's crawfish tails online. Looks like this. Brewed, and it's in the juice. Ooh, it is so good. And that's what I would use. And since I'm in Colorado, this is what I'm using. And by the way, guess what? I didn't think I was going to find this here. I thought I was going to have to order it from Louisiana, but our grocery store here in West Cliff, Lowe's, has this crawfish.
Shout out to them. Kudos.
Yes. Woo, woo. Lowe's. Okay, so we're going to add the crawfish with the juice. You got to have that the crawfish tail meat with the juice. And so I opened one package. I'm going to open this other one to show you. And see, when I put this in here, I'm not just dumping the meat. I am going to squeeze all that good flavor into the pot. And
how long does this go before we put liquid in it?
So you just keep stirring it, keep stirring it, keep stirring while I check my other camera here. That's stopped. Here we are. There, it's stirring. She's doing a great job stirring it all up. Now, is it still on medium, Stacy?
Yes, it's on medium.
So we got it on medium. Now we're going to add our 4 cups of chicken broth. Put it on medium high so we can get it to boiling.
Okay.
Slowly stir that in. And because you have that roux and that flour in there, it's going to thicken up like a gravy. So slowly pour and stir. Is it on medium high?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want it.
That's good. Medium high is good. Because you're
Well, it's halfway between medium and high. Does that mean medium
yes.
high? Okay.
Because your stove cooks really fast, so medium high is good. So keep stirring, and probably let's turn it up. Is this it right here?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we're gonna stir it, and then I'm not gonna use all chicken broth. I'm gonna use water too. I like to use half chicken broth, half water. So that's 4 cups of chicken broth, 4 cups of water. So go ahead and stir. Let's get it to boiling. So this is so easy, like we are almost done. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it simmer for 30 minutes. And then at the very end, we're gonna put our parsley and our green onion in after it's cooked for 30 minutes. So we've got our chicken broth. That's 4 cups. I already put 2 cups of water in.
So you've got, what do you got, 6 cups of some liquid in so far?
It needs 8 cups of liquid, and depends on how thick or how liquidy you want it. Plus, as it sits overnight, it's going to get thick. So you're going to have to add either water or chicken broth to it tomorrow. But I'm telling you what, this is the best crawfish etouffee, and the easiest.
Did we get the recipe?
Well, I just told you how to make it. But yes. So
I know, but I have to have it like written out, like this much of this and this much of this.
She wants it to be measured. So I don't know why, because she's probably not going to make it anyway. But
I might if I knew exactly what to do.
So I will measure it. I will probably put the written recipe on my Southern and Spicy Facebook page for all of y'all who are interested in the written one. Probably be tomorrow before I do that. So let's get that to boiling.
Will you chop up everything for me too when I want to cook it?
No. If you're going to cook this, you need a food processor, girl.
I should put that on a Christmas list next year.
So I have all these spices. There's Tony Sachet, but I love me some donkey dust. Donkey dust, and
I'm scared to ask.
Slap your mama. That's
so. Are these the kickers here?
These are my favorites. But most people, they're very familiar with Tony Chachere's,
Right.
so they can use that. Now, my husband Bruce likes it really, really, really spicy. But like, if I'm cooking it for someone and I know there's somebody coming that doesn't, I'll spice it up a little, but you have to do your own. So I'll probably put a little donkey dust in here. Yeah. And then I just like them both. They both.
See, you didn't even measure that. So this is like
you
my
have to
grandmother used to tell me, just pour a little this, pour a little
You
that.
have
No
to
wonder I
taste.
can't
You have
cook.
to taste it. You have to. I'll put some Tonys in there. So, how much do you like crawfish etouffee? Are you a good taster?
I like yours.
Okay, so you can taste, but so we're gonna let it simmer. Is it simmering yet?
Well, it's not.
It's gonna simmer for 30 minutes. Yep. Then we're gonna put a cup of parsley in there, which this is all she had in her kitchen. I left mine at the house, so I'm pretty much gonna use her whole thing of parsley. So
I thought I was doing good to have that.
you're doing so good.
Yay.
She had vanilla.
I know.
I made a chocolate pie today because we got company coming over here tonight, and a key lime pie. I love but I like to use fresh parsley. But if you don't have it, this is okay because I don't want you to be discouraged from making crawfish etouffee. Your friends are going to love it. 30 minutes have passed by, and now we're going to put in, I love green onion.
Now, why don't you do that in the beginning with the rest of the stuff?
Just because.
Okay.
Just because.
Is it any wonder I can't cook?
I think probably because it doesn't take long for it to get
Probably
soft.
doesn't need to be sauteed.
And I'm going to put a little pepper in there, even though you may not need it. But my question is, how much salt do we need? That's what I want to know. So you're going to have to taste it. Tell me, do you think it needs salt? But guys and girls,
You gotta let.
so this is it. So you let it simmer for 30 minutes, and I'm going to tell you a little secret. It's always better the next day. You cook you some rice. Some of us down south, sometimes we cook grits, and we put our etouffee over the grits. I'm fixing to sneeze.
Bless you,
I'm
honey.
going to have to block that out.
You
This
inhale
video.
some pepper.
Probably so. I like crushed pepper too. But after 30 minutes, it's good, or you can let it simmer for longer during the day. Pour it over some rice. If it gets too thick, just add a little bit more water or a little bit more chicken broth. And there you go. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. So if you have any questions or concerns or comments, please send them to me either on the YouTube channel or my Facebook page, Southern and Spicy, or Instagram. I will be glad to answer you. And I also want your feedback on this show. Yeah, this is my first one. We are going to be getting some really good lighting. I'm going to get some better camera angles and stuff, but this is the first one, and I hope you enjoyed it. Come back and see me, y'all. Say goodbye, Stacy.
Goodbye, Stacy.
Bye, y'all.